It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
It is showtime. What's happening, everybody? So, Damian Dollar, they call him Dame Dollar, Damian Lillard, NBA star, Portland. Talked about it the other day. They beat my Lakers. We're not going to talk about that today. But Dame Dollar says when he scores a basket or when he goes out for 40 points, he say, it's Dame time. No, my brother and my sister. It ain't Dame time, damn it. It's Geno Jones Showtime. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. 5:30 p.m. to my mother and everybody in Chicago watching me in the 312 and the 708 and the 773 and the 847. Too many damn area codes. I can't remember them all. And to my people out on the West Coast, Andre Russell, KJLH Radio, where I used to do a morning show, my man Ken Wilson, my family, all my people out there, the 310, 323. Man, LA got more damn area codes, zip codes than Chicago. It's 3:30 p.m. And if you're chilling out in Hawaii, in Maui, I ain't mad at you. It's 1:30 p.m. So I do this live 5 days a week. And if you miss it live, don't worry. You can go back to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Subscribe and watch it like you're watching Netflix. Pop some popcorn. Put on your little comfy PJs or lounging wear. The little PJs with the feet in them. Pop some popcorn, get your favorite beverage. You don't need Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime when you got the Geno Jones Show Network right here, live on YouTube. So, for those who have been watching the show, you know I got a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. So I am celebrating my 2nd year anniversary of doing the Geno Jones Show, and I want to thank everybody. You all have made this show one of the fastest growing shows on YouTube, and I am forever indebted. I can't thank you enough. Just may God continue to bless and have favor on you if you are a person of faith. Even if you're not, if you don't believe in God, well, you know, I just appreciate you. How about that? I don't want to offend nobody. So I'm just glad that you're here and you're watching and you're telling everybody about it. Man, do I have special guests today? I'm not even going to play around because you all heard me talking about it. I've been teasing it. Ronald and Ernie Isley. This is, look, I'm talking about R&B royalty. Not just R&B royalty. This is music royalty. They got a new album. We're going to talk about that. The first single, it's been #1 for about a month. It probably should be #1 for like the rest of the year. We're going to talk about that. The longevity in the business. But first, so let me do this. Let me shout out my Scorpios celebrating birthdays. My baby sister and my baby girl, my daughter, are both Scorpios. They got birthdays next Monday and next Wednesday. A week from today, my baby gonna be 21. Oh, Lord, no. Come on, G. Pull it together, man. I remember when the nurse handed her to me, and damn, 21. Wow. That's scary. So anyway, so you're going to hear Ron and Ernie on the show. Happy birthday to James Pickens Jr. So if you are a fan of, and shout out to Shonda Rhimes, Chicago native, doing her thing out in Hollywood. Dr. Richard Weber on Grey's Anatomy, the brother with the beard, you know, sophisticated, intelligent. I love seeing brothers in that role, just black folks in those roles, because we do that in real life, you know. But for a long time, Hollywood and TV, you didn't know that because you didn't see that. That's a whole different conversation. Watch yesterday or Monday's show. Don't forget, vote. Vote like your life depends on it. Vote like your democracy depends on it. All right, vote for people that are going to protect your freedom, your finances, and your health. Vote for people that's going to protect you and your family's freedoms in all their forms, all your rights, reproductive rights, civil rights, voting rights. Watch yesterday and Monday's show, because I was on one. I'm on one every day, but you'll see what I had to say, all right? So we got two choices. We're going to protect the democracy, or we're going to be living in a dictatorship. Just see your boy Vladimir Putin. So you know your boy wanted, that's who he want to be. So I'm just telling you, all right, My daughters have less rights in certain states than my wife and my daughter. Something's wrong with that. So, but that was yesterday's show, Monday. But make sure you vote early. Voting has already started, and Election Day is 13 days away. So it was really 2 weeks from yesterday. So make sure you get out and vote. And just go to the Board of Elections, the Secretary of State in your office, and get all the voting information you need. Toya Wright, so she was on the reality show with T.I.'s wife Tiny. It was Tiny and Toya. Speaking of wife, Toya was Lil Wayne's ex-wife. Toya Wright is 39. Phaedra Parks, speaking of reality shows, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Hotlanta. Phaedra Parks is 39. You know what I love about black folks? Man, black don't crack at all. And we all see, because when you see Ronald Ernie come on camera, you'll see, black don't crack. If we drink some water, get some sleep, we'll be good. If you see black cracking, they done abuse their body, too much alcohol, too much, not enough sleep, and partying a little too hard. And on this day, 1911, and I think about this woman, and I'm pausing because I think about my grandmother, who was such a huge fan. So on this day in 1911, the queen of gospel, the GOAT. Now listen, it's a lot of great gospel singers. There's been a lot of great gospel singers in the history. I got one of the greatest singers ever that's about to join me. But for my money, in my household, the GOAT, the gospel GOAT, the greatest of all time was Mahalia Jackson. And on this day in 1911, the queen of gospel, who was born in New Orleans and moved up to Chicago in the early 30s, like so many of our ancestors looking for a better life and a better job, Mahalia Jackson was born on this day. So let me shout out my man Babyface. I saw him on the Today Show. So, Babyface's new album is called Girls Night Out. It came out Friday. Face is killing the game. The first single you heard on my radio show, Keeps on Falling, where basically he took first of all, they're not Tevin Campbell's beats. Those are Babyface's beats, because he produced Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. As a matter of fact, him and L.A. fell out about that. I talked about that on an early episode, because actually L.A. Reid wanted that song to go to Usher. Babyface wanted it to go to Tevin Campbell. Face, I think he made the right decision. Even though I love Usher, and I think Usher would have did his thing. But that song is just something about Tevin Campbell singing Can We Talk? It is a classic. It is iconic. So Face has got new album, and he's got all the new, like the next generation from Ella Mai, Ari Lennox, Queen Naja, Seven Streeter. He's got Money Long, and they go by Money Long's real name. When you look on like the song list, you'll see the name. Who is that? I think Priscilla is their first name, but that's Money Long. Kalani, and this new artist named Doechii. Angie Martinez and Lala Anthony. There's like an intro at the very beginning, and it's like they're on either, I don't know if they're on a Zoom or if they're FaceTiming, but shout out to Babyface, another R&B superstar, an icon, a legend. You will love Girls Night Out. Now, speaking of new albums, my guests, they are, like I said earlier, they are not just R&B royalty, they are music royalty. Their career has spanned, I've been told, since doing my homework, 8 decades. Now, I learned some things, some more things. They sang gospel music. I'm going to ask them about that. Then in 1959, the game changed. They recorded Shout. Makes you want to. How many Christmas parties, how many weddings or bar mitzvahs or whatever that you went to, that you still go to, people who can't dance, somehow when that song comes on, at least their body moves. They may not have no rhythm, but they will still, that song will make their body move. And then, oh my God, after that, look, I could go on and on and on. Look, I can't name all their songs, just from Who's That Lady, that iconic 3+3 album, which is one of the greatest albums ever. Then Summer Breeze, my favorite. They just took Seals and Cross song, and Seals and Cross is like, well, damn, y'all made our song better than we did. Fight the Power, How many babies were made for the love of you, sensuality, live it up between the sheets, a choosy lover. Then eventually we met Mr. Big with the swag. Mr. Big had the swag before we were even using the word swag. And from Down Low and Gotta Go Solo, listen, got a new album now. Make Me Say It Again, Girl. Now, if that title sounds familiar, some of y'all remember The Heat Is On. Truly, probably one of the top 5, top 3 albums ever released. All right? So the slow side, you had the dance party side, and as my cousins used to say, they had the baby making side because they made some babies off that album. Trust me, I've been told the stories. And one of the songs, For the Love of You, Sensuality, and the last song on that second side, the B side, the baby making side, was Make Me Say It Again, Girl. Here we go, 47 years, nearly 50 years later, brand new single, brand new album title, and it's a duet with, of all people, Beyonce. Who on the planet could pull this off? Bam! That's who could pull it off right there. Ladies and gentlemen, man, I am so amped. Y'all don't know how amped I am. I'm like the little kid at Christmas who got all the toys and his mom and daddy just hit the Powerball. So you know I'm amped. Ronald Isley, Ernie Isley, the Isley brothers.
Hey, man.
I'm speechless, brother. And I talk for a living. And my wife would tell you, he don't shut up for nothing, but he's speechless now. Thank you guys, man. How we doing? Y'all look great, man. How we doing?
Good.
Great, man.
Good. Yeah.
You something else, man.
Yeah.
You something else. I see why. I see why you in Chicago, man.
Yeah.
Well,
You're in the
I'm
right
actually,
city.
so I've got a home studio here in Charleston, South Carolina, where I do a radio show in the daytime, but I commute back and forth because my mom, because she's already in my chat room, she said, listen, tell Ronald and Ernie Isley, hi, thank you all for being so nice to my son coming on his show, and y'all look great. So if I didn't tell you that, there would be a problem after the show. So I have a live chat room and people can leave a comment. So she wanted me to be sure that I told you brothers that.
Tell your mother we said,
Yeah. Tell her.
hello.
Yes. Yes.
Man, so let's start off today, and then I want y'all, let's go back a little bit. But so this album, man, I'm speechless. Make Me Say It Again, Girl. So I remember when that song came out, but then I looked at who else you got on the album. So you got everybody on. You got Elder Barge and Earth, Wind and Fire. You got Snoop. You got Rick Ross. You got Trey Songz. 2 Chainz. I love that. I look, the plug. Ron, man, how can you be so good? Man, how you do? What you know about the plug? Ernie, man, that's why I said, man, look, when I grow up, when I hit 80, I'm praying that God gonna let me. My grandfather lived to be 94, and then if he believed in going to the doctors, he'd live to be 100. That's a whole nother story. But I want to have the swag and be connected like you brothers are, man. You got Quavo and Takeoff. So just tell me, how did this album come together?
So wow, man, we thought about it. We left a couple of people off the album that we'll probably do something with them later. Dr. Dre and Drake were the first people that were supposed to be on the album. But Drake just did one of Ernie's songs in his new album.
Ballad for the Fallen Soldier.
Yeah. But anyway, we ran into Snoop Dogg is my favorite friend. Best, hey. We ran into 2 Chainz and through 1500. And we started talking about the plug, and he wanted to do something on that record. And he wanted me to do something on his record. which will be out later on. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell the lyric on there.
Feel
Oh,
free, brother. Hey, listen, man.
I want to tell it.
Feel free, bro. Hey, Ron. Listen, you and Ernie, you all have a permanent home. So whatever you're not supposed to tell, you can always tell it on my show.
Okay. This is a song called Atlantis on this new album we did. So
Wait a minute. Hold on. Ron,
I won't tell them more
Atlantis?
about it. Yeah.
Is it like that other Atlantis?
Yeah.
Oh, we about to take another voyage. Oh man, I'm not worthy. My God.
Yeah. And so we just had a ball, man. We had a ball doing this record, man. And you know, California is a town that we love. Right? We have a place out there, but every day was like in the studio every day with the fellas, man. We just Earth, Wind and Fire, and the Boys, and Trey Song, and just a ball. Yeah.
So listen, man. So I was honored. I got a chance. Me and a coworker of mine, my coworker Savannah, we got a chance to introduce you guys right before you came out on stage. The last time you were here in Charleston, South Carolina, and then I got a chance to see you. I got the chance to see you guys when you guys did this year's Essence Festival. And hey, Ron, listen, man. Look, you were amazing. But me and my wife, we was cussing folks out. It's like, how y'all gonna do? Y'all got Ronald Isley coming up. What was it, midnight? I was like, what y'all doing? But you killed the game. And Ernie, like I said, before you came join us, Ron, I told Ernie, listen, I know Hendrix is the man. I know there's a connection with Jimi Hendrix and you all way back in the day. They say Eric Clapton is supposed to be like this, you know, and he's a beast when it comes to guitar player. But if there was a versus battle of guitar players, I'm putting my money on Ernie.
All right.
But what I wanted to ask you guys is, it looks like you all are having the time of your life, man. Is it just my eyes? I see it when you guys perform, when you guys are having conversations on shows like mine. It just looks like, man, this is like the best time of your life, man. How off am I? It just seems like you guys are really just loving life right now.
You're definitely right, man. You're definitely right. How could you be so right? You're definitely right. We have a ball.
You can see it to me, because I tell people, our spirit is really energy, and I pick up on people's energy, and it just so radiates just seeing you guys and seeing you all. And I've seen you all live so many times, and you all never cheat the audience. I mean, your fans, y'all get your money's worth. So if you had to get a check advance to buy them tickets, it was worth it. Just pay that thing off. But it was worth it. You all always give your fans like their money's worth. And I know you guys just have been doing this for so long. So what if you guys got a faith? Because I want to talk about the new album first, and then we're gonna go to just kind of talk about the Isley Brothers from the beginning. I guess you could call that. Do you guys have a favorite song on the album?
Sometimes when we're doing a show on stage, I have become a fan of watching Ernie play on Summer Breeze. And I feel like somebody in the audience too, and I'll be, hey, go ahead. Different, that's amazing,
Yeah.
that you can enjoy each other that way,
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, and it's so cool. To me, even on stage, you all have the perfect chemistry, cause Ron he's like the man. He's like the magnet. He killing the game. He have his cane. He just still got that swag. And Ernie, you just so cold blooded with that guitar, and then you get to playing it with your teeth and behind your head, and just that, like you said, that Summer Breeze. That's always that's always the highlight. There's certain songs that y'all cannot not sing because folks will be
You're
like,
right.
get ready to cuss y'all out. Ernie, you got to do the Summer Breeze solo. We got to hear that solo of Summer Breeze. And of course, you got to sing For the Love of You. That's two
Yeah.
for I know. And you probably can't get out of the arena without doing Shout.
Oh, you're right.
True. Right.
What Atlantis, yeah,
So and
you know,
the video, even on the video, like I said, I see you guys do like the whole. It's like Ernie. You can tell it. It looked like, man, Ron was having so much fun in that video. It was like I didn't know between him and 2 Chainz, I knew who was having the most fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man. That's one of my favorite songs. The plug.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody get down with that song like
Well, I do.
like
I can tell you now. I do, and all my viewers is everybody. My chat room is on fire. So I want to talk about the single. Congratulations! How many weeks you guys been at number one? What, 4 or 5 weeks?
it's 5 weeks
5.
now.
Okay.
5 weeks and counting.
All right. So let's run this thing all the way into 2023, y'all, because ain't no better single out right now. Man, this collaboration. Now, who would not want to work with? Who would not want to sing with Ronald Isley? So, and let me just throw this in here because I've said it publicly, Ron. I've tweeted it. Listen, R&B balladeers. Listen, we've got everybody from Marvin Gaye, Smokey, Luther. We had Teddy. My mother tells me about Sam Cooke and everybody. But for my money, and you got the receipts because the longevity, all the songs, to me, and I'm not just saying this because you're on the show, because anybody that watches the show, my mother would say, she said, yeah, Jeannie been saying that for a long time. Ron, to me, you're the greatest balladeer in the history of music.
All right now.
Thank you so much.
Well, you got
All right.
Ernie. Well, listen, as the kids say, he got the receipts.
Yeah.
Do you know? Have you guys ever stopped to think, damn, how many babies are we partially responsible for? How many Isley brother babies, as I used to call them, and now them Isley brother babies got Isley brother babies.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you, Ron. I'm glad you were honest about it, because that's what I was gonna say, man. Millions of God that you brought people together. But so make me say it again, girl. Why was it that song that you guys picked to do over? And just tell me the collaboration. How, I mean, Beyonce is Beyonce, but I know you had so many choices. So how did that collaboration come together? And why was that the title? Or why is that the title of the new album?
Well, even Destiny's Child, they recorded that song in their
That's
album.
right. I forgot about that. That's right.
But her mother,
Miss Tina.
Tina is really our fan from the beginning. With For the Love and Make Me Say It Again. And so when I wanted Beyonce to do a song with me, I talked with her mother, and her mother called her up on the phone, and she called back in 5 minutes and said, yes, I want to do, and that part of it, she's so great, man. She is so great. That part of it just turned out like you would not believe.
It's magic. To me, it's magic.
Yes.
It's magic. And the beautiful thing, not to jump in, but the beautiful thing, Ron, and you can elaborate on this, and Ernie, is that, like, for those who remembered when it first came out, you stayed true to that. And Beyonce, she complimented it. You didn't change nothing up, because
right.
With you all's music, you can't be changing stuff up. Y'all can't even remake an Isley Brothers song. Just don't even leave it alone, because you'll get cussed out. No, you can't mess with that song. So, but you stayed true to the original vibe and feel and energy and frequency of the song, and she is added to it. It's just it's magic, and it's like I said, it's been number 1 for 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when Ernie first wrote that song, he wrote, I mean, especially for me. You know, I was asking him, hey, I want a song that I can really do my, you know, whoa, and all this stuff, you know. And when he sit down with the guitar and come up with that song, I said, that's it. That's it. I was jumping around the house. That's it. You know,
Yeah, they right. That's it.
40 some years ago.
That is it. That is, oh my God. So when are we gonna get that video? Because as soon as you all get the video, it's gonna be in rotation on this show, like every day, or as Nelly would say, day. It's gonna be day.
Yeah, I hope we get it very, very, very soon. You know, we were talking about that. You know, and my wife, she's just always say, you know, you got to do a video. You got to do a special video on that song. So I know we're gonna, you know, come up with it.
And the cool thing about to me, Ron and Ernie, you all don't do videos. You all do. They're like films. They're like movies, like short films.
Yeah.
So I can imagine this. This is gonna be like they need to put this at the movie right there with Wakanda Forever, and then
It's putting a lot of pressure on them.
I'm telling you.
until because it's like your video, your videos are really movies. They're like short films.
Yeah.
Is that intentional? I mean,
Yeah,
is
that
what
was
you had in mind
intentional.
when you do a
They
video?
started off with the God Pop, with the download.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did that, took about 3 days. And then Contagious,
The pages.
you know, that took about 2 or
Yes.
3 days, you know. It's like we're doing a miniature movie or something, you know. So, but I enjoyed it.
I
And,
can tell, man. I can tell.
you know, yeah.
So
I
listen.
still look at
Finish.
those
No, finish
videos.
your thought, man. Go ahead.
I still look at those videos, maybe a lot, just a lot more than I look at movies. When I
Yeah.
want to look at the video, you know, go back to a friend of mine, you know, and we on the stage we have to do, you know, friend of mine, and this is Mr. Biggs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So Ron was it Ron? Did you sing gospel music when you were like real young or something?
Yeah, started off at 2 years old, you know, and we had a group of just the four of us when I was about 5 or 6. And my mother is a teacher, and my father sang, and they, you know, brought us up in church, and we just my father wanted us to do country and western, gospel music, popular music, R&B, whatever. He said, learn it all. He also wanted the brothers to be able to play instruments. We never played. And then all of a sudden, Ernie and Marvin was born. We never knew that they would be the ones that would play the instruments because they were just doing their schoolwork, playing baseball, running track and everything. Ernie started playing drums. When I wrote the song It's Your Thing, I said, Ernie, I said, what would the bass line do? What would you think the Motown bass line would be? He picked the bass, and he wound up playing bass on the record.
The record.
We
Wow.
took the original bass player and said, hey, man, we paid him off. I said, I just want my brother to play these licks on. And man, Ernie threw down on that. And a couple of years after that, Ernie was playing Who's That Lady? And Summer Breeze on guitar. And he played the drums too on our record.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Ron, I was born in Chicago. I still commute because my mom is there. You sang at the Regal when you were 7, like the old Regal, not the one that's on 79th and Stony Island. I'm talking about the one that's on 47th and King Drive. You sang at the Regal when you were 7?
No, I can't remember that. I sung something for for Donna Washington. I think
Yeah.
it was in.
Was that at the Regal? Wikipedia maybe, but they say you sang it. They said you sang at the Regal when you were like 7 in
No,
Chicago.
I don't know what theater it was. I think my mother, wanted me to sing something for Donna Washington.
Oh, if it was
And
Diane Washington, it was probably the Regal because that was like the big theater back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. And Ernie, speaking, so I've seen. I got to hear. You guys got to send me her music. Ernie, your daughter Alex. I hear she is like awesome as a singer and a songwriter.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
she's wonderful. Wonderful musician, wonderful vocalist.
Well,
Yeah,
she
we
definitely
just
got it in
talking
her
to-
DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely got it in her DNA, man. Listen, so you guys are currently on tour. You're gonna be doing some more dates. You got like any like tour announcements you want to make on the show? Anything before I lose your live shot? Anything you want to tell your fans? Touring, when we gonna see the video, and anything else, and where they can follow you on social media. Just let everybody know, man.
Well, we're going to Flint, Michigan this Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
We're going to be in Detroit New Year's Eve. Where else are we going to do?
Alabama.
Alabama. Going to Alabama. And we're going to close this year out. But we are going to do a special tour for next year. And I don't want they're still trying to put it together. And I'm hoping that we do a tour with Beyonce.
Woo-hoo-hoo! No, y'all got to do that. That's the least she could do. You really put her down with this. Make me say it again, girl. I mean, she B, but you are Mr. Big now. So let's just come on. We got to give props. We give props to the Queen Bee, but we had to give props to like R&B and pop music royalty. Where can everybody follow you guys on social media, man?
Isley Brothers. On the Isley Brothers.
Under Isley social media.
Isley Brothers.
Isley Brothers
on
social media.
No,
Instagram.
On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Come here, come on, man, tell them.
You can tell. They are on all Isley Brothers platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Just under the Isley Brothers. You can find them there.
All right. I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I'm already following you all on Instagram, and I got to follow you guys on TikTok. Listen, I can't. If you haven't downloaded this album, Make Me Say It Again, girl, you need to download it. Listen, this has been all I want to say is thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. And this has been one of the highlights of my career. May God continue and bless and have favor. And like I said, when I grow up, Ernie and Ron, I want to have that swag. When I hit 80, 81, I still want the young girls to be like, "Ooh, girl, he's still fine. He'll get it." Because when I told them that you were coming on, that's what they was telling me. It's like, he wasn't married, girl. Shoot, he'd get it. I'd be like, well, don't tell me. I don't need to know all that. Ronald Isley, Ernie Isley, the Isley brothers, everybody in my chat room that has said thank you for the memories, for the great music, for the great concerts. They didn't have Viagra, they didn't have red and blue pills. You didn't need it. Just put on Sensuality or For the Love of You or Make Me Say It Again, girl. You didn't need no red or blue pill. That was all. Just put the album. And there you go. I lost the live shot, but let me come back on track.
It's time for a little comedy.
Once again, thank you to Ronald and Ernie Isley. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. God, most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show. So I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out in Los Angeles. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel, part of the Geno Jones Show Network. Tell everybody, or as Nelly would say, everybody, to subscribe to the Geno Jones YouTube channel so you can see the Geno Jones Show either live, like right now, or if you miss it live, you can always go back and binge watch it. Shout out to Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can catch him live at Designer Cuts in Goose Creek, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina Metro. Just check them out on Instagram. Kel Be Cutting Up, KelBeCutTinup. Allie Jones, she is the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check her out on Instagram. LX, L like Lexi, X like extra, dot N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscores that little dash below. LX.NCL underscore. And shout out to Mr. Bruce Gage, also official wardrobe consultant, stylist for the Geno Jones Show with the Mario Uomo collection out of Chicago, Illinois. You can check Bruce Gage and the Mario Uomo, the Miglio di Mario Uomo collection and more. Oh, you got to go to his Instagram page. It is just his fashion, his gear is 2 years ahead of like the fashion. Like when something is new, like in Macy's or some of these other stores is supposed to be high fashion. Well, Bruce has them 2 years before they get them. You can check him out on Instagram, Miglio di Mario Uomo. So that's MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. All right. Once again, thank you. Thank you to Ronald Isley, to Ernie Isley, to the Isley brothers. Congratulations. #1 song in America. #1 song probably on the planet. 5 weeks straight. Make Me Say It Again, girl, with Beyonce. Man, wouldn't that be crazy? Beyonce and the Isley brothers on tour? Man, I don't even buy tickets. I'd buy that ticket. I'd buy it early. I'd buy that ticket right now. So I'm sure you'll be excited. And if you haven't heard the entire album or downloaded it, you got to get it. It is amazing. And as soon as the video for Make Me Say It Again, girl is out, you will see it. We'll debut it right here. So once again, Ronald, Ernie, thank you. To Candy Isley, thank you for putting this together for the Geno Jones Show. I am forever indebted. Thank you so very much. Ronald and Ernie, you all always have a home here on the Geno Jones Show. You can come back on the show anytime to talk about anything, your music, your sports, whatever. You know, you just need to get some stuff off of your chest. Come on, we can chop it up. The next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be tomorrow, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, I want to thank everybody for watching me. As always, be blessed. Please be blessed. Pray for peace. Vote like your life depends on it. Your life and everybody around you, everybody in your life depends on it. It really does. Vote now. Don't wait till November 8th. If you can vote early, vote now. Vote today. See you Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of The Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.